Hello and welcome back to another tournament game. This is my second game of a best of 3 match against my arch nemesis Groovenstein. I somehow managed to win the first encounter by 2 points, and this game they are going first and there's the wood duck in the tray, which is it's a bad sign for me, I think. Also, I promised to learn the tournament name. I didn't, but I can look it up. It's greenish puffleg, not alt shuffleg. Oh, dear mods, all your previous names had been better. Except for this weird 3 for all thingy that I didn't participate in. That was also weird. But where are names like Blue Tit Bash and stuff like that? I could remember those. So greenish puffleg, knockout shuffleg. I won't be calling it again this game, I will forget. Yeah, back to the game. So, the interesting scenario is there is a wood duck in the tray, which is significantly better for me than a wood duck in their opening hand. And the other interesting thing is that there is no wheat in the tray, which means that it would be sort of an investment before they can get the wood duck down, which weakens it significantly, although maybe not too decisively. If they are going for the wood duck, then I would need to draw the mountain chickadee, because these are the birds which are performing most insanely together with wood duck, because wood duck makes them really go off into the forest in order to filter through the cards, and birds like chickadee generate extra points whenever they do so, and so I cannot really afford to be doing that. So there is the only bird I can put into the grassland is the loggerhead shrike, and I think we don't need to discuss this. There is no food generation in my hand. There is a bit of card draw. So they have kept only 1 bird and 4 food, so it will be very likely that they go wood duck, play wood duck, which means our first action will be draw chickadee. I don't think there is any value for us to take the willet. Okay, and there is. So I will want the sandpiper, because they will be drawing a bunch of cards, so it doesn't harm to give them some more cards, although this gives them selection, which is not precisely what I want to do, but what shall I do about it? I might also want to keep the willet and the predator, because I have not a single berry eater. So yeah, let's do that, and have Groove pick the duck. We need to pickadee the chickadee and see what happens. That duck we are not taking. That bird we are also not taking. So let's play the chickadee here. Yeah, I will spend the worm, because the first bird that I want to play is the coot, because that generates extra points. I value that higher than the sandpiper and the willet. So, furthermore, I'm not here to make their life easier, so I will not take the berry but a mouse, because it doesn't matter what I spend on this, and the wood duck will be going a long way through the bird feeder anyways, so let them do the resetting. We don't need to do that. At some point there will be a grub appearing, hopefully, that I can claim. Until then I will spend my time with laying eggs, drawing cards, wondering how I cannot participate in the first round goal and stuff like that. Actually, I might try to find a grub now. Of course, I fail miserably, but I can still take the fish and play the willet as a second bird, so that I at least do better card draws than spending eggs every time I draw cards, which I really dislike. Sometimes it's necessary, but I don't really like doing that. So, setup is still not great. I'm now facing an uphill battle against a wood duck, against my arch nemesis Groovenstein, which is... this will be tough. A really tough one. Hummingbird. Hummingbird does food overload make. Do I want a hummingbird? Hummingbird also can go here. I do want the hummingbird, I think. Let's see what's here. Okay, prime tucking material. And grab that hummingbird. Then I actually get a backdoor entry to the round goal. At least the participation. I would expect that they have found some interesting grasslands bird in the meantime as well. So I think against a wood duck it's actually a reasonable idea to play birds like hummingbird and sandpiper and just overload them. Although the food overload is more real than the... ah, damn it. That was unnecessary. At least I can force them to spend their food in order to... So they have to spend one of the foods they have gotten one at a time in order to participate, but they will also be getting new food, so yeah. It's not really good, it's not really good. Also, they'll be getting something from the hummingbird, potentially. Yes. Yeah, I will want to do that because I am the one who's short on food here. And I want them to be going first because I don't need any of these. So, there is a decent amount of birds that are interesting. I think none of them are so urgent that I need to draw right away. I can play the sandpiper first and draw whatever's left of the flag for me. I could see a certain use for all of these. I need a second forest bird that generates food. I don't want Groove to have the woodstock, actually. Killdeer. Okay. They're pivoting away from the wood duck. That's interesting. Well, I don't mind. Still, I will... amount of eggs in cup nests. Yeah. So the cardinal is better for round goal number 3. Whereas the grosbeak is better for round goal number 4. The woodstock is a great bird in general. I mean, we could also draw all of them. Oh, robin, interesting. But I think that the grosbeak is slightly better than the robin. Because it's just more points. And also very easy to generate extra food. Again flipping the Imperial Eagle. It's the same as last game. It's kind of annoying. The Meadowlark is also moderately interesting, as now we could also consider overloading them with with eggs. The Merganser is a 7-point bird for us, but it's also not the most important bird there is. Grey-legged goose is interesting for the last round goal, but apart from that is more on the sucky side. Yeah, I'll drop cards again, grab that Meadowlark. Another bird from here. Painted bunting. So I won't be playing the Colted, I think. Because I need the other one for the next round goal more urgently. Downy Woodpecker, Oriole. So I need to fill the second column, so I need to lay eggs and gain food and play 2 birds. This is exactly the actions that I have left. Bird feeder is not looking all too promising, actually. I mean, I do need a berry and a wheat, so I won't be needing that woodpecker. Do this, do that. Ugh. Problem. This doesn't work at all. I'll be short. I'll be 1 egg or 1 food short from having 2 columns filled. That's actually pretty bad. I mean, it's also not guaranteed that they will fill 2 columns, but still not overly happy with this. So they are also not giving away free stuff, so I will have to do this myself. Without any additional eggs, I won't be able to play any more birds, so that's for certain. Yeah, I'll need to play the cardinal first then. And get some things going. Yeah, but I think I'm dead. So there's this setup is just not very promising. I have a feeling of a crashing and burning sensation. Yeah, but as I said at the beginning of the first game, everything apart from a 0-2 will be a success for me, and I managed to snatch one game away from my arch nemesis, so this is fine. And they have the rough, yeah, so this I'm facing defeat here. I mean, we can start grabbing food. We will need these food to play stuff. If we can get our claws on some wheat, then we can increase our egg generation. We have 7 cup nests at the moment. They have only 3 cup nest spots. I haven't memorized if they have drawn any cup nest birds from here, but I mean, of course, they're drawing cards like shit, so they may well have tons of them. But I also, yeah. If it works out as I hope, then I might be getting some more cup nest birds down to maybe make this work. Actually, the cards that I have in hand at the moment are not too bad, so maybe something will be working on along these lines. So they have roughed. There are no particularly interesting birds in the tray. I mean, there are 2 birds which are okay and which are qualified for the 4th round goal, but I'm not too sure that they will go for it. So let's try and find some wheat. Wow, 1 wheat. I think the chickadee is taking it all away. So the bee-eaters are a very decent addition for their grassland. It's interesting how they started with a wood duck but then pivoted away from it from round 2 on because they found a kill deer apparently. So I will first lay eggs so I can spend the ground nest eggs to play more birds. I could play a very expensive bunting for 5 food or a slightly cheaper grosbeak for 4 food, which is I think what I would prefer. Oh fuck, we are boned. But we knew that we would be, right? So let's not get too agitated with that. Yes, I want to do this. I want to be picking this wheat. So now the bunting is actually not that expensive anymore. Same holds true for this one. I think I'm going down this line. I'll just keep laying eggs. Grab another wheat. Play painted bunting, lay eggs again. That leaves me with 11 cup nests, eggs, which should be enough to win the round goal at least. I'm very skeptical about my chances to win this game. I know there will be an Imperial Eagle again, but I have at least got to try to make the best of it. But yeah. So they will come to not enough cup nests. This egg needs to be going. Oh, that's interesting. That's 3 points already. It's not too impossible to get this to 8 actually. This is awfully strong what they are doing here. All my birds give something away to them and they don't give anything back. Just raw power, so I don't want to count, but I'm guessing that I will be not only defeated but destroyed in this game. Still, my only chance is to do this overloading business and try to get away with it. So I can end up with 4 birds, I think, which will probably not be enough. At least I did that one. Do I need this bird? Probably will need it. Yeah, I will need it. Let's just Play that bastard. Grab food again, play the wood stork. And get this mediocre game to an end. The first game was an odd error in the sample size. Usually my games against Groovenstein look like this. They have either an insane wetlands or an insane grasslands engine. And I'm stumbling around like this. The first game was an exception, although it was very close as well. No, but the first game was actually really interesting. Curious if I can make the third game, which seems inevitable now, will be a bit more interesting than this one. This game is practically only a lesson in try to minimize the point difference in a sheer uphill battle. So luckily we found these two food, which is nice. Grab us this one, grab us that one. The food gaining didn't even suffice to give food for both. That's really disappointing. There won't be much going on. Yeah, it's not too bad. Won't change much, but at least. Hey, actually, with the hummingbird, I can still play that with it. I think I can. Interesting. And the Night Heron, yeah, that destroys the round goal. But also that was expected. Nope. Nope. So the bullet is 4 points. When I play it here, I could also just lay eggs, which would be 5 points. But if they have a spare ground nest, then it boils down to the same. And then I'd rather play the faithful old wood. Yeah, they will have a spare ground nests. Unless they play it very stupidly. Yes, they will have. So let's just play that bullet and get it over with. At least this way all my bonus cards have done something. But yeah, this is not by no means an exciting game. I'm average in every respect. I've participated in everything and excelled at nothing. But this is okay, because I would have needed an exceptional draw to beat this. So I'm not a friend of counting things through, because Wingspan will do that anyways for me by the end of the game. And since as long as I keep maximizing my own point, I don't care what the actual points is. But I would guess that it's something around the lines 80 for me, 105 or so for them. Nah, not too bad. Not too bad an estimate. Also, I'm 12 points better than I thought, and they are also 6 points better than I thought. Yeah, there was not much to be gained in that game. Tried everything, but it didn't help. Well, still glad that you watched this, and so, as expected, we will have a third game to decide this second round of this utterly unpronounceable knockout tournament. See you next time.